Welcome back to a normal video. And
Diecast Toys Plus video. And yeah, we're going to do construction stuff. Something a little different, you know, I mean,
well, we
instead of
did
cars all the time. Yeah, we did cement trucks. We still have, what, dump trucks and crane trucks to do.
Yeah, those are the ones that we did.
These are going to be like bulldozers and forklifts and
a little bit of tractors.
Some tractors and some neat stuff. This is a INC truck, and it's called a dirt smasher. So this is a newer Matchbox. I think I got it in a 9-pack. That's the only reason why I have it. I don't buy too many of these construction trucks. I used to have a bunch, and I sold off a bunch of construction stuff I had because I needed money, so I got rid of things, but I still have a few. So they're going to start out with this one. This is a newer casting. So there's that one. What one you want to go with next, Tommy? Okay, I guess he's going to go with these shovel trucks. This is a Hot Wheels here. That one was a Matchbox. This is Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels. It's got a Hot Wheels logo. And it doesn't move. The fork doesn't doesn't move up in the front. This one is solid. It's got a hole in the back there to tow something. 2 different wheels on it, and it's black and gray. Hot Wheels emblem on the front. So let's see. The cab is plastic, and then this bucket is plastic, but this engine part is metal, and a plastic base on it. Not too much metal in it. So, and here's another. This is an older Cat Hot Wheels tractor, and it has the bucket that moves on this guy, and it's got the Caterpillar sticker, I think. It doesn't say Caterpillar, but I thought it was a Caterpillar type truck. Hot Wheels 1979 Malaysia. Metal base, metal body, plastic bucket, and plastic, the black is all plastic. The radiator and the engine is plastic on that one too. Alrighty, there's that one. And here's another Hot Wheels, and this bucket opens and moves up too, and it's got a metal. Well, actually, this is plastic here. This white piece is all plastic. The red is metal, and the base is metal. China, 1979 wheel loader. So the bottom half is all metal, the red and the base, and then this white part is all plastic. And this one, where the yellow one is all metal except for the bucket and the radiator and the engine inside. Changed it up a little bit. They're the same 2 tractors there. And now we're getting into a Matchbox. This is a Matchbox, and this one is called a shovel nose tractor. If it'll come in yellow. Yellow is hard to catch up on here. Yeah, it says tractor shovel number 29, made in England. The base is that base plastic? Yeah, actually the base is plastic. The forks are plastic, but the cab is metal. This one's yellow with a red bucket on it. I have a few different variations of this one. So that's one right there. Alright, then we have a white one. The white one's not a made in England one, I don't think. I think it's Macau. Made in China. It's got a China. I think there might be another England one. One of these. This one's here is white and gray, and we have a tow hook on the back. Oh, the yellow one doesn't have a tow hook, and the white one does. So they added a tow hook to the newer version. So there are a few little differences. Alright, what's the next one, Tommy? And then this one is actually orange. It's looking yellow, but it's orange. It has a tow hook on the back. And it's plastic base, and it is a China. This is not a China one. It's kind of faded in the back here too, but it's actually orange. It doesn't look orange. It looks yellow on the phone. And it's got a gray bucket on it, but it's actually an orange tractor. I don't know, maybe when it's closer you can see it a little orange. And here's a yellow one. You see another yellow one with a black bucket. This one might be an England one. Looks like it. Oh, this is made in Macau. And there's no hook on the back of this one. So that's like the yellow one. They don't have the tow hook. So that makes they're the older versions. I thought the first one that came out was yellow. So they're the only two that are not going to have a tow hook probably. The other ones all have tow hooks, I think. The blue one here, this is definitely a newer one, and it has a tow hook. I know it's a newer one for sure. I bought this like in the early 2000s. China base. I remember picking up that one. I think it was out of a 5-pack actually, this blue one. If I'm not mistaken, it might be a 5-pack one. And we have this green one.
Then there's one more.
It's got a white roof and like a brown bucket actually. And this one is probably China too. Yeah, China. So that's another China. Most of them are China, looks like China-based ones. There should be a tow hook on it. Yeah, a tow hook on the back of that one. And then the last one we got is this purple one. And this is, this one doesn't have a tow hook on it. And this is, what's the name of that series that these came in? There's a bunch of different ones. Oh man, I forgot the name of the series. That top piece comes off of there. And this is made in Macau. You want to take that top off of there, Tommy?
Yeah.
See, the top piece comes off. Missing it looks like we're missing a missile off of it. It's got some designs on the top. Can't remember where I found this one. Did you find this at a flea market?
I don't remember.
I don't either. I think it was a flea market we found it. So that's a pretty cool one. Alright, what else you got there, Tommy? We got this thing. And this is a National Parks truck. I don't know if this is really a construction truck, maybe. Maybe it's not. I don't know what it's called. It's called a Hellcat. Yeah, or Hailcat. Hailcat. This might not be a construction truck, actually. It might be a snow truck. But it looks like a construction truck, so we put it with it. Put him with it. Right. That's National Parks. Then we have this little guy here. It's like an orange color with gray. Actually, it looks more like a rescue truck than a construction truck, but it is a trail tracker. Trail tracker. So it's kind of a rescue truck or emergency type truck, but looks construction with the color and the white and black stripes on there on the side. We have one more of these, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. A red one.
Yep.
Yeah, they may have this red one too. Bio waste. So inside here, there's a rescue raft or to carry someone, one of those beds. There's a toolbox. I don't know what that other thing looks like. Something for going in the water. So interesting little 6-wheel truck. Alrighty. So there's that one. Alright.
This is a huge thing. It's Hot Wheels too.
And it's a Hot Wheels, yeah, Bulldozer, and it's actually got rubber tracks on it. Hot Wheels, Malaysia, 1981. Is that actual tracks? Maybe not. No, actually it's just a piece of plastic. So the blade is plastic. These black tracks are plastic. There's little wheels. Metal, plastic base. Just the cab is metal on it. So it doesn't have tracks. It's just plastic. But the cab is all metal, and that engine thing is metal. And it's got a little bit of play wear on it. On the top there. And it is a big heavy casting. And then we got this one. This has actually got rubber tracks on here. And a tow hook. No tires on it. Or no wheels, really. And it's got a metal base. This is an old Matchbox. Made in England. Made in England, 1975. Number 12, the Big Bull is what this one's called. And it actually has tracks on it. And the green base is metal, and the orange body is metal, but the motor, the chrome motor, is plastic, and the blade is actually metal on this too, and the orange wheels are plastic. So it's got a lot of metal in this one. The blade is metal. Alright, then we have this little guy. This is another Matchbox. Some kind of a... It is a HDV71 maybe? Taiwan. I don't know. I think it came in a 5-pack. Another 5-pack vehicle. It's a little small bulldozer. Tiny compared to like this guy. So,
And you got this guy.
yeah. It's like the father, the mother, and the kid. Yeah, it's a tiny little thing there. And then we have this guy is another Matchbox, and this one actually moves. That's the only blade that moves.
Well, these ones here move on this. But
Yeah.
this is different in this one.
That one moves. This one is a what do they call it? Bulldozer. It's called a Bulldozer. 2000 copyright, so. And this is all plastic. Just this yellow part is metal, everything else is plastic on it. And then we have this style. It's different. It's another Matchbox. Another plastic Matchbox one. Yeah. Groundbreaker. And the bucket actually moves. So that's kind of nice. But the only thing that's metal, just like the other one, is just the cab. That yellow piece is metal. Everything else is plastic. And this guy. And then we have this orange one. This is orange. That blade does not move. This is another Matchbox. It's got a cab on it. That's a plastic. The gray place is plastic, made in China. I don't know if it says what it is. Can't make anything out. Number 64, 1979, made in China. Matchbox. And this actually has rubber on it. Rubber tracks on it. So that has rubber tracks on it like the Big Bull Matchbox one. So that's two of them that have tracks on them. So that's kind of cool. Alright. Oh, it says something on the blade. Metro DPW. Interesting. And then this little guy here is an army one. This is actually from a 2-pack, that the military 2-pack that Matchbox put out. And this has rubber tracks too. 1969 it says there. Matchbox case tractor, made in England. So this is an old Lesney one. But the blade is actually plastic. The blade is plastic, but all the green body is metal. Now I don't know if it's supposed to have a cap, like the orange one. If it's supposed to have a top on it, a roof on it. This is the way I got it. I got it loose in I picked it up off of eBay, but it was in a carrying case with a bunch of other military Matchbox trucks. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to have a top on it, the roof on it, because I know the case Bulldozer does have a roof on it, the regular one. This is a 2-pack version, the military 2-pack. So I'm not really sure. Maybe it's missing the roof, maybe not. I'm not really 100% sure. So that's a pretty cool one. And here's a forklift. Skyjacker, I think it's called. It's Matchbox, made in China. Lift truck, it's called. 2002? Yeah, 2001 copyright. I think that's the only one I have like that. It's orange, and that thing goes up, lifts up. And we have, here's the forklift. This is an old Lesney Matchbox. Does not have the steering wheel. It's got the steering wheel made into the body. And these forks, if I'm not mistaken, they go up. They lift up, yep. And then this tilts forward. And it's metal. The forks are plastic. The body's metal. The base is metal. And it's forklift truck number 15, made in England, 1972. So I have that one. Where's the other one, Tommy? There's another one.
Oh, the R2?
Yeah, there's two more actually. This one here actually has the steering wheel on it, plastic steering wheel, where that one doesn't. And it should be the same thing, made in England. If it'll focus in on there. Yeah, made in England, 1972 forklift. So that's the difference between those two right there. And then the third one I have does not have a steering wheel, but it's got a bigger tower and bigger, longer forks on it. The forks are longer on it than those. Let's see here. Does this say it's made in England? Yeah, it's made in England too. I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that this one with the longer forks, they had a like a Super Kings truck set, and I think there was a forklift in there, and I think that's what this is originally from, one of those sets. And the truck had these container boxes on the back of it, and then the forklift was there to take the boxes off the truck. So I think that's what this forklift is actually from that set. And then the other two are just main lines. I'm not sure which came out first, with or without the steering wheel. Probably with the steering wheel came out first. And then, with safety, they took the steering wheel away, and then they came out with these, because this was definitely a later one. If it came in that set, if I'm right about that, if it came in the set, that would be later. So I'm going to say the one with the steering wheel is older than the other two. So I got 3 of those. Alright. Take them off. Oh, one has yellow forks, one has gray forks too. Alright, then we have this one. This one is the replace that forklift, because this was the next forklift that Matchbox put out. And it's called a Sam Samson jacklift. Oh man, it just went out of focus. Hate that when it does that. And it's 1977, made in England. So that's another forklift. And it's got a metal body. The fork is definitely plastic and the base is plastic. And these tires are kind of thin. So there's that one. Then we have this little guy. This is a little tiny thing.
Yeah.
Compared to like this thing. It's small. And this one here, this opens. This is like a little small forklift. This is a newer casting here. I just recently got this, 2009. And it's a skidster. Skidster, that's what they call it. That one came in a 9-pack.
Didn't you sell some of these?
Yeah, I sold off some of these construction trucks I had. I got rid of. I had more. It's hard. I know I have a lot
Like
right
this
here,
one.
right?
You probably sold a couple of these.
Yeah. Well, when you need money, you sell stuff off. So, and then plus I was trying to thin down a little. Then we have this Hot Wheels version of a forklift. Yeah, when you need money, you get rid of stuff, and then I was trying to thin down stuff. I felt like I had too much stuff, so I started selling off some of them. Now I decided to hang on to things a little bit more. Yeah, so this is a Hot Wheels one here. It's the only Hot Wheels one. Ooh, this has a metal base, Tommy. China. 1979 copyright. Wow. And the forks go up. And so it's got a metal base, metal body, and then the roof is plastic and the forks are plastic on it. So let's see here. So it's a little bit bigger than the Matchbox version, but basically almost the same type of forklift, almost pretty close to it. And this is the only one I have. The only version of this one I have is this Hot Wheels one right here, this orange one. I don't have another version of it. It's actually the only version I ever had. I never had one before. This is the only one I've ever had like this, so that's pretty cool. Put him back there. And then so now we're getting into road. These are road rowers or something. This is an old Lesney road rower. It's all metal. The yellow's metal, but this green base is plastic. And then the seat is plastic. Matchbox, super fast. Let's see here. Made in England. Oh, it doesn't want to. Lesney, 1973. And it's a road rower from. Oh man, if it would just focus in. Wow. Rod rower, number 21. The seat is plastic. There's another variation of this, Tommy. The rear tires are red. I don't have that one. Actually, the steering wheel, I think, turns. Yeah, it does. When you turn the steering wheel down, the front wheels turn, Tommy. See it?
Oh, yeah.
And push the steering wheel around, the front tires turn. So that's kind of cool that it does that. So that's an old one. Alright. And we got this version here. It's another Matchbox. And the back spins. This back piece spins on it. And it's a Matchbox. Made in China, road rower, 2000. And then I think there's one more like that one, isn't there? Like the red one? Yeah, an orange version. So there's an orange one and a red one. Looks like they have the same tempo work and everything. Same decal, just different color. Like it was a recolor, but Matchbox doesn't do recolors like Hot Wheels. So they're different years for sure, but they use the exact same tempo. work. Alright. And we have this orange one, and there's also that blue one. You want to put the blue one up there too then?
Yeah.
Might as well. And this is another road rower. Matchbox. Thailand. 1979, I think it is. Yeah, road rower. We got the orange one, and then there's this blue one. Made in China, the blue one, 1978. So these came out in 78. Two different variations. The blue one and an orange one. Looks like the blue one's got like dirt on the bottom of it. That brown.
Yeah.
Alright. Excavators. So here's this blue one. The cab is metal. The boom here is plastic, and the base is plastic. It moves around. 1980, made in China excavator. So this is a newer version of it. It didn't come out in. It's not a 1980 version. It's definitely a later one, either late 90s or early 2000s, if I'm not mistaken, when I got that one. I don't think I have one of the first ones. So I have that one there. We have this green one, green and black one. Let's see what it says on the base. Made in, come on, China, another China one. And then we have one more of these, right?
Yeah.
An INC, another INC vehicle. So this is like this INC is kind of like the Forest Ranger Park series that everyone talks about, and this is the other one. INC is another company that they do these deco works on, these liveries. This is a light blue. Alright, and then we have a Hot Wheels excavator. And it's the only Hot Wheel excavator I got. And it's in white, and so it's kind of almost based. It looks pretty similar, except the bucket on this one. It just swings that way. This bucket here is kind of swings. I thought it. Oh, that one doesn't move. That bucket doesn't move. Like the orange one, the bucket, it moves out and in. This one here, it doesn't. Wow. So this is Hot Wheels. Oh, the base looks just like the Matchbox one. Is it upside down? Yeah, it's upside down. 1990 or 86, Malaysia. So there's that one. See, now that's interesting that one doesn't move at all. That bucket, the forks. And I see that blue one, that INC one, that doesn't move at all. That yellow arm, that's the way it stays. Wow. And then we have 96 first edition. This is, I think, it's a street. What do they call it? Street.
And it's a variation too.
Street Cleaver. That's